let me quickly go to other issues, and we need to do it fast because there are a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. In postponing the election, Mr. Falano had come out today to say INEC does not have the power based on what the Electoral Act and the provision of the law says in postponement of election, that the grounds on which INEC postponed the election is not captured in the Electoral Act.
Could you rephrase the provision?
I mean, he's talking about in the case
Section
of
26.
crisis of the Electoral Act as amended. It talks about, it's a whole long list, but it does not capture issues of logistics, which was one of the issues that you had.
One of the things why I said you should read it is the fact that the section says that when a date has been appointed for the holding of an election, and for some extenuating reasons, circumstances, such as emergencies, or if the breach of the peace is likely to occur, if the election is proceeded with
as a result of natural disaster or other emergencies.
Now, under that provision, having regard to the fact that we're confronted with certain operational emergency and realities, that is sufficient enough.
So you are captured by...
in the best interest of our democracy, electoral process.
So it is said that such reason...
Of course.
Such reason of postponement is cogent and verifiable. Well,
yes,
some of the stakeholders
because some of the materials,
on INEC on that.
Some of the materials, you still find them in the zone, but of course, as of today, for instance, Akwa Ibom and several states, they are already... getting most of what is left.
Another issue, Mr. Igini, is the issue of the ban on campaign. Also, Section 99 of the Electoral Act did say that political parties are allowed to campaign 48 hours before the election day. Yes. But the INEC chairman did come out to say they cannot, and election campaigns have been stopped from last Thursday.
Don't also forget that it tells Schedule Paragraph 15 of the Constitution of the Fatherland gives express power for INEC to make rules and regulations that also guide the conduct of election. So by virtue of Section 73, Section 153, as well as Section 160 of the Constitution that gives us power to appoint and to impose duty on persons, we are adequately covered,
But does it not just make sense? I mean, does it just... understand that the ground norm empowers INEC, apart from other provisional laws.
Even politicians are tired of campaign fatigue.
There's going to be a law because they will have a 1 week.
Yeah. They have campaigned enough. I mean, they be campaigning.
But they are complaining.
They are complaining? I'm not aware.
Oh, you're not aware?
I'm not aware.
We'll hear from them tonight.
All right.
Well, talk to us also about Madam Amina Zachary. There's been a lot of campaign about the issues that are on the ground.
I just want to appeal to Nigerians that this time, let us not be just doing name callings without fact-checking some of the things people talk about. Amina Zachary, she's no longer the chairperson of electoral operations. The person in charge of electoral operations today is our Professor Ibiano. He is the one in charge of electoral operations. So issues about NYC, I saw a lot of posts in the social media referring to that woman. I think that we should stop all of that.
Is it
because
that
right now,
not preparing well for these core members? The conditions...
No, what's the problem? What is the problem with core
members?
Did
you see some of those pictures where some of them are sleeping on the floor in some very horrible situations and conditions?
You see, first and
foremost, the welfare of these young people...
I must tell you that for us, the welfare of those that work with us, we take that very seriously. And we had bought a lot of mats and other facilities that are meant to activate the various racks. And what do we mean by racks? We are talking about secondary school, primary school buildings, where they will move to in the eve of the election. And for that period, they will be there because by 5 o'clock, they are up again. All right? So we are doing a lot of things to activate that. But in some area, somebody has told me about pictures show somewhere where that's unfortunate. But the truth of the matter is that, all over the world where we have also gone to, observe elections, usually, the primary schools across the world where we have such things carried out. It's not usually the best of place, but we'll continue to try to improve on the welfare, on the environment where our adult staff, spend few hours before moving to the polling unit.
Let's talk about some of the technical issues. Yeah. So if you look at a sample here of the ballot, so how many or which of the 10 fingers here can a voter use?
First and foremost, you all recall that during the course of registration, we collected the 10 fingers of all Nigerians and all the subsequent registration we conducted. Now, because of the unwieldy nature of this ballot, now the box you could see here have become smaller because of the so many candidates that we have. Now, if normally once you use your big thumb, you are likely to cross the line.
Outside of the line.
Outside of the box. And that will make it invalid. In fact, one of our concern and worry, why we are calling attention to this, is the fact that we are most likely to have a lot of invalid vote. So what we are saying, what we are asking Nigerians to do, because what is important is ensuring that your intent, your expression of the choice of your candidate is captured just only in the box. So what you could do, rather than, thumbprint this way, you could do it this way, so it could cross into the logo of the party or the candidate you are voting for. It doesn't really matter. And so you can, most often than not, when people are using their big thumb, they are most likely to take it down this way. But we are advising that you could put your hand on the ink pad and you use it to touch it in this manner.
How quick will the ink dry up?
No, it takes a longer time. We have a very good, very good ink when it comes to that. So you could use this.
So you could also can dry up easily.
What?
The ink.
Oh yes,
can dry up easily.
Yes, it can dry up easily and very good, of superior quality. There's no question about that. Now, this ballot is for the blind. I'm just using this one to demonstrate to you the kind of ballot you are going to see. But the point you are asking is that you are free to use your index finger. Okay. All right? You could use it because this one is smaller. It fits into the box.
Or your little finger too.
All of them, because we captured, in the course of biometric registration, we captured the 10 fingers.